What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kurt the Mad2 Kid, and as you can probably judge from the title of this video, we've been given an RS3 for the day. Oh yes! So it's a 2008 RS3, 2.5 litre, 5-pot turbo, 400 brake horsepower, 350 newton meters of torque. This thing is an animal. I mean, my Mark II is a bit of a beast, but this thing is just next level. So let's have a closer look at the car. Right guys, cockpit of an RS3. I've been absolutely dying to get my hands on one of these. I've never actually driven an S3 or an RS3 of any era, but with this being a relatively new model, 2018, it's pretty nice, I must say. I mean, it's going to be nice, it's the RS3, it's premium, you know, it's a premium Audi product, but everything feels solid. Obviously German build quality, you know, the gear sticks all nice, Alcantara. Steering wheel sort of part Alcantara, the RS3 badge at the bottom of the flat bottom steering wheel there. Yeah, this is a big boy's toy. So let's fire it up, get on the road. So I've kindly been gifted this RS3 today by Lookers Audi Garage up in Newcastle. A good friend of mine, Chris Wickham, and he said, you know, you start a YouTube channel, why don't you come down and take one of the cars out? So I did, and I got gifted an RS3. So, first impressions of the RS3. As you would imagine, it drives absolutely perfect. Premium Audi product. RS3. It's comfortable. It's got more toys that you can poke a stick at, and that 2.5 litre 5-pot, just power on tap. Plant your foot in this and prepare to break the speed limit, basically, because you'll break the speed limit before you even know you break the speed limit. So the seats in this RS3, they haven't got the bucket seats, which I don't mind actually, because these are actually quite comfortable. Although some people might want bucket seats, but I mean, you know, each to their own. Cockpit, nicely laid out, everything's at the driver's fingertips. Flat bottom steering wheel, nice RS logo on there. Alcantara, half Alcantara gear knob. Obviously it's got the Tiptronic ZSG with on the flatbed panels on the steering wheel, quite responsive. Change down, 4th gear, very responsive, and it just wants to go. This car it was built for speed. You just get the impression when you drive it, it needs to be let loose. It's a caged animal. So I did mention this car was gifted me for today by Lookers Audi Garage. This car is for sale at the moment. It's got 23,500 miles on the clock, and it's absolutely clean for a 4-year-old car. As you can imagine, anybody that buys one of these, they're probably going to take good care of it. There's a little bit of wear on the Alcantara on the steering wheel, but that could probably easily be replaced. Alcantara doesn't, you know, it's not really durable if you've got your hands on it all the time. But the performance of this car, 7-speed DSG gearbox, we'll drop it down 3rd, into 4th, into 5th, and I won't tell you numbers, but it's quick. That is quick, trust me, it's a proper quick car. You could quite easily lose your licence in this thing. But we won't go too mad today, it's not my car. And it's potentially going to be someone's new pride and joy. So if anybody is watching this and is interested in an RS3, get in touch with Chris Wickham at Lookers Audi Garage in Newcastle. I'm sure he'll be able to sort you out a great deal on this. Or in fact one of the other cars that he's got in stock. He's got loads at the moment. Beautiful Nardo grey RS3, really high spec. You know, if you're looking for an RS3, get in touch with Lookers Audi Newcastle. With it being a new generation DSG box, it is very responsive. When you've got it set up in dynamic mode like I have, touch one of the flappy panels, it's into the next gear. It's really responsive. Get your changes, as you can imagine, are just instant. I don't think you'd be able to change gear any faster. But yeah, this thing is 4-wheel drive, 2.5 litre 5-pot turbo, 400 brake horsepower, 354 newton meters of torque, mixed with that DSG gearbox, and it's a monster. It's an absolute monster. I don't think there's much that would be able to stick with this off the line. Maybe you need to start looking at your supercars. It's potentially supercar performance almost in a little hot hatch. It's just incredible. And I might be a little bit biased, seeing as this is, you know, my first drive in an RS3. But I can promise you, if you've never driven one and you can afford one, you're thinking about getting one as a new toy, you know, go and have a look at all your BM products and stuff. But I would be swayed by an RS3. There's just something about it. I mean, the presence of it, it's got slightly wider arches, bigger brakes, the noise of that 5-pot turbo. The interior, I mean, I know it's a bit cliche, it's a nice place to be, but it genuinely is a nice place to be. You know, the seats are relatively comfortable. They are very comfortable. You know, the steering wheel feels nice in your hand, it's nicely positioned, everything's at the driver's fingertips. You can tell it's a very driver focused car, this car, and it should be, with it being an RS model. You know, people could potentially track these, they'll go on long journeys with these. I can very easily imagine that you could do a long journey in this car and not be bored and not be tired at the other end. My Golf, for example, that is a 30-year-old car now, and it feels like a 30-year-old car. I know when I go to car shows in the summer in that car, and I do sort of 200 mile, 250 mile, I pull up at a show and I feel like I've done 250 mile in an old car. Even though it's fun to drive and it makes a great noise and it's relatively quick, it's exhausting to drive. And at a long day where I've driven 3 hours to a show, you know, there and back, I'm goosed. It tires me out for 2 days, and that might just be because I'm getting old, but yeah, I'm goosed. Yeah, this car, it's a weapon, and it's comfortable. You can do it in comfort. 7th gear, 50 mile an hour, stuck in a bit of traffic, but it's refined, it's comfortable. I don't know him in a full-blown, practically a race car, really. So yeah, it's a bit of a machine. The performance of this car is it's just absolute. Even in the rain, I mean, we've got some rain today, and the 4-wheel drive system, there's no tyre spin, there's no spin at all when you plant your foot. Not that I'm doing it much today, because obviously, again, it's not my car. I want to kind of respect it a little bit, and you know, I appreciate that Chris Lookers has let me take this out. But this is obviously someone's future pride and joy, so I'm being a little bit gentle with it. But the way this thing grips the road, I can just imagine that you would need to do something really stupid or be really caught out for this car to sort of lose itself and spin a tyre or go off the road, because the way this thing grips the road is just, it's like magic. The four-wheel drive system is just unbelievable. Audi have done an awesome job of developing this. And the noise, I don't know whether you can hear that noise because it is quite quiet in the car, but that noise. I know I'm all about the VR6. Could see myself in one of these one day. I can only imagine what an RS4 or an RS5 or even an RS6. An RS6 is one of my dream cars, and I can only imagine what one of them is like to drive. I am genuinely blown away with this car. I think I need one in my life. I think I'm going to have to buy one at some point. Maybe when the prices come down a little bit. This car's up for sale for £42,000 at the moment, I think. Which is... it's a phenomenal car. If you're a petrol head, you'd absolutely love this. You'd appreciate this. Like I said, four-wheel drive system, that 5-pot engine. The noise is just incredible. Absolutely incredible, but it's not VR6. But it is nice. Well, I've had this car for a couple of hours. I've used a little bit of fuel, as you can imagine. I don't want to put too many miles on it, so I'm going to take it back to the garage now. Obviously with it being raining, I don't want to get it too dirty either, which it probably is dirty now. But yeah, I'll take it back to the garage now, give them the keys, unfortunately, and yeah, leave it with them. But if you like this video, like and subscribe. I'll leave a link to the Lookers garage up in Newcastle, the Audi garage. And like I say, if you're looking for in the market for a new car, RS model, S model, or even just a family bus, give Chris Wickham a shout up in at Audi Newcastle Lookers, and I'm sure he'll be able to sort you out with a great deal. But don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.